Hey everyone, this is Savannah here with Eden Savvy Creations, and today we're going to be making my mini Jaclyn rose. So today you will need the template. This is her. That's it, just this little one makes this whole beautiful rose here. Some scissors, any kind you like, a pencil for tracing, a small skinny glue stick, and some clips, show you why in a second, and your glue gun. So let's get ready to create, y'all. Alright guys, so here I have already traced out the template, and I wanted to show y'all that 6 can fit on one sheet at a time, because I like to really utilize my paper well. So I fit 6 of the template. I traced out 6 of them, 6 petals on the template, and I like to cut 2 sheets at a time. So that's what the clips are for. I clip, you know, each one of them, just kind of, not each one of them, but a couple on the page, or even you can do 3 of them at a time, and just start cutting them out because it helps to keep the paper together better for you so it doesn't slip. So just clip it together, so start cutting them out. Try to make sure that you stay on the line, and even if you don't get all the line off, make sure to always have like an extra eraser around. And yes, always trace with pencil, because sometimes we're not all perfect. We do, I miss some of the lines a lot. Shouldn't say a lot, but sometimes I do. And if you do, you can just take the eraser, which I don't have one on the back of my pencil here, but you just erase wherever you got it, and that's it. Voila, you get 2 of them at one time. It cuts the cutting time down. You can try 3 sheets, but I prefer 2, just on the safe side. Make sure you know that you get it cut out good. But I've already gone ahead and cut everything out. So for this particular flower, you're going to need 24 petals. So that means 4 sheets of 6. That creates 24 here. And your first 10 petals, you're going to leave uncurled, because these are going to make your bloom here in the center. And then the rest I'll show you in a little bit as we get there. But let's start making this bloom. So you're going to take 2 first and just kind of crease them right here where the bottom starts. Now you don't have to do this. I just like to do it. Makes it easy for me. And you're just going to glue them together. So you put them as far up to where this petal starts as you can, to make it like a little dog bone. Then you're gonna fold them into each other as so. Now you can do this as loose or as tight as you want, and I like to really try to wrap it around as best I can to make it look like that. Then you just glue it on the side. And please be very careful with your glue gun. It does get very hot. I saw these thimble looking things at Hobby Lobby from Mod Podge that you can put around your fingers, and it helps, see? It helps to protect your fingertips from the glue. Always try to not put a lot of glue either, that way it doesn't come out like I just did. It oozes out. But there you go, there's your first. And then you're just going to keep doing the same with the rest of the petals. So we're going to do another bone again. Get it all the way up to the top. And this one is gonna go opposite of how we did these. So it's gonna go this way to fold in like this. You're gonna glue this base down. Always make sure that you glue the base down as you go. I like to kind of fold these, see where my placement's at that I want them, how close, how far away, and then I put the glue on just on the outer parts of the petal right here. So get this first one and you hold it, just push it in, make sure that it glues, that it sticks, and then you're gonna glue this too. So, sorry y'all for that extra noise in the background. My kids are asleep, but my dog's not. So, you know, being a mom, if it's not the kids, it's your animals that love you just as much, that are following you around everywhere. Anywho, so there's the beginning of your bloom. It's gonna look like that. Now your next layer, you're gonna do opposite of this. So since you folded it this way, you're gonna put them opposite to fold this way. And again, just fold it down in the crease there. You're gonna make a bone shape. Make sure that you're gonna glue the base the way this is gonna go on. Now you don't have to practice you don't have to do it like this where you practice to see your placement. That's just how I like to do it. To each its own. Everybody's different. I'm sure the further along you get in making these, the better you already know where your placement's at, where you want it exactly. I just always like to double check, make sure. Now try not to, if you're still trying to maneuver this to where you want it, you know you want to slide it back and forth some, try not to push it in yet until you've been able to slide it to where you need it, and then, you know, press down and make it stick. Go ahead and just fold that one already. Now, since the base is getting a little wider, you might want to just measure it before you glue it to see if still making it this close is okay, since this base is getting a little wide. Now see, this one's too close, so you might just want to scoot it back a little, test it. That's perfect. You're not going to glue this next one as close up to this line as you were before. Just come down a little bit. It's like probably half of an inch down. Not even. Like really minimal. But again, just glue the base. Make sure of your placement. That's perfect. And then just glue on the sides. So the bloom part is it's pretty repetitive, pretty simple. Nothing too hard. See, I pulled this one a little too far. Alright, so again, you're just going to want to measure. Put them together. Put this in the middle. So the bloom is as many layers as you would like. I've seen a bloom have many layers. I only use 10 petals right here to do this bloom, but you can use as many as you want to bloom it. So again, just make sure of your placement and then push it in. And do this side again. And there you have it. There's your bloom. Isn't it so pretty just like that? So we can get ready to start adding the rest of the layers. Alright you guys, so for this next layer, I have curled the rest of the petals here. And I left a couple to show you what I did. So again, I just folded this down. And I took my skinny glue stick here. And you just fold it back on each side. Kind of diagonal, not to the side like this. I kind of like mine diagonal. But if you want to do it to the side, that's fine. It's everybody's preference. Then I like to just take it in the middle, fold it a little bit. Starts to give that shape. It makes it easier whenever you're folding it around. But again with these, you're going to glue them together like in a bone shape. But you're going to start getting further apart because this base gets a little wider with all of these layers on. So you just want to measure it again, which I think about right there is good, to give you enough room to start gluing everything and having it open up. A good rule of thumb is kind of put your glue stick here, and that usually is enough room, or even your pencil, you can use it as to measure. So either or. I think our pinky's too fat. Still too thick. And again, you're gonna glue this down to the opposite of what you folded these. And just try to make sure that you get it right in the center. And then this time, instead of putting the glue on the side here, you're going to put it down at the bottom because you're just going to grab down here to glue onto the side. My glue gun's acting funny right now. It's not wanting to hold the glue stick, sorry. As you can see, I just got the bottom part. That way it starts to open all this up. Again, you're just going to do the same all the way around. And just go around the same way. Just pressing at the bottoms, keeping this open. See, it's starting to come to shape. Now, I like to go, sorry, got a lot of string. I like to go opposite of what these already are. So instead of coming back and doing 2 more underneath this top layer already, I like to go opposite and do like a X. So between these leaves, between these ones, and so forth. So instead of, well, you can still do the bone, but it's a little harder this way just because you're gonna hit this corner. So I find it easier to just turn it around, glue it already to where you're hitting that corner, but you're showing and blooming enough between these leaves. So just gotta make sure, just eye it. You can eyeball it, see how you like it. Right there is good. Put a little bit of glue and start folding it. And then there you go. Just work it through. Here's your first one. And then go opposite. Because if you just go right here from this one, it kind of throws it off. So make sure that you go directly across and start on that second side. You can go through these petals in the inside and just push this down. Make sure that it stays, the glue sticks really good. And there you go, there's your first 2. So you're gonna go opposite of those. I know it seems very time consuming, but if you want a really nice open rose look, it's worth it. It really is. And the more you make, the faster you get. The more, you know, they're used to it, you'll get real used to it real quick. Roses are my favorite. I could make these all day long. And actually I have different styles of roses, different templates that I've done. And I'll make more videos on those. But this is my first one that I've started out with. Should always be my fave. I had someone ask me the other day if I knew all the women that I named my templates after, and actually all the women in my life, family and friends, are my inspiration for the names of my flowers. So this This one, Jaclyn. This is my best friend. She inspires me all the time, every day. And I have multiple templates, all named after beautiful women in my life. So there's a little story behind all the names there. But there you go. So you started off with plus signs going this way, and now you have an X going that way. Isn't that pretty? So now with this next layer, this is my little cheat layer is what I call it. So these last petals, there should be 6 of them. There's 2, 4, yeah, there's 6. And this is my base. So on all my flowers, I like to have a base, so that way it looks nice in the back, and then I have something to glue my twine under when I hang it up on walls or wherever the people need to hang it up. I always put twine, but I also add those, excuse me, I'm sorry, so those Velcro strips, but I always have twine in the back, just a little circle of it, a little loop of it, so if they decide to hang it up somewhere, you know, they have that there already. But with this, I have 6 lines here, so it's a slot for each one of these to go, and I'll show you what I do. Just gonna glue all of them down right up to the edge. You get it right there at the edge. You can keep layering these as we did this whole time, or I find that this is a lot easier and faster for me when I'm doing orders, and it gives it such a beautiful bloom. Now this last one, you're going to want to tuck it underneath the first petal that you had glued on. That way it kind of just sits on each other. And what you're going to do is just glue this on top of these and kind of place it to where the petals are in between these open spaces again of the ones that we just used, and that way it gives it a really pretty, like, circled bloomed out effect. You just glue that base on. And voila. See how pretty that is? And it's so open, so bloomed out, and it was just super fast, that in layer. Now you can make a bigger base and glue like 8 more on and really make it big. You can even glue these up underneath this layer if you want it like closer, tighter kind of bloom. But this to me looks perfect, and it's so neat, so pretty in the back. What more could you ask for, right? But there you go, people. This is Jaclyn. I hope you liked my video. If you like it, please comment. I answer my comments whenever I get one, as quickly as I can at least. Comment, like us on Facebook, like us on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I try to post something new every day. So subscribe, and happy creating, people. Have fun.